before the next wave of momentum begins. It's like the moment of stillness before a sunrise, where the world holds its breath, waiting for the first rays of light to break through the darkness. This is a time of subtle but powerful shifts, where energies realign, new paths open, and old cycles prepare to close. Think about how the year flows. January is full of resolutions, a burst of energy pushing us to make changes, to set goals, to step into new versions of ourselves. February, however, brings a different rhythm. It's a bridge between initiation and transformation, a month that subtly nudges us toward deeper self-awareness. And within this month, the third week is particularly special because it marks a transition point. It's neither the beginning nor the end, but the crucial in-between, the space where reflection turns into realization and intentions begin to solidify into reality. During this time, many people experience moments of clarity without fully understanding why. You might find yourself questioning things more deeply, feeling an unexplained pull towards something new, or noticing synchronicities that seem too perfect to be mere coincidences. It's as if the universe is whispering, guiding you toward the next phase of your journey. If you've ever felt like you're on the edge of a breakthrough, but can't quite put it into words, this week could be the key. Why does this happen? One possible explanation lies in the natural cycles of time and energy. Ancient traditions, astrology, and even numerology suggest that mid to late February holds a distinct energetic signature. It's a time when winter begins to loosen its grip, and the promise of spring lingers just on the horizon. This is reflected in the natural world. The days are slowly getting longer, the air carries a different charge, and beneath the surface, seeds are preparing to sprout. Energetically, the same thing is happening within us. We are in a state of quiet preparation, subconsciously gathering the strength we need for the changes ahead. But here's the thing. Most people don't recognize this moment for what it truly is. They get caught up in the routine of daily life, overlooking the subtle shifts happening within and around them. The third week of February, however, is an invitation to pause and pay attention. It's a reminder that even in the quietest moments, profound transformation is taking place. So, how can you make the most of this time? The key is to tune in and listen. Pay attention to your thoughts, your emotions, and the small nudges you feel towards something new. If you've been feeling stuck, use this week as an opportunity to reset, to clear out old energy, realign with your true intentions, and prepare yourself for the next steps on your journey. Journaling, meditation, or simply taking a few moments of stillness each day can help you tap into the energy of this period. Remember, transformation doesn't always announce itself with loud, dramatic changes. Sometimes it arrives quietly, like a whisper carried by the wind, waiting for you to notice. The third week of February is one of those whispers, a gentle but powerful reminder that you are exactly where you need to be, and that the universe is always guiding you, even in ways you may not yet understand. As you move through this week, take a moment to reflect. What patterns are emerging in your life? What choices are presenting themselves? What shifts are happening within you? This is a time to trust the process, to embrace the unknown, and to recognize that sometimes the most profound changes begin in the quiet spaces between what was and what will be. So, are you ready to step into the energy of this moment? To embrace the hidden power of this cosmic pause and use it to shape your path forward? If you're feeling called to something greater, know that this is your time. The universe is aligning, the energy is shifting, and all you need to do is listen, trust, and take that next step. And if this message resonates with you, let it be a sign that you are in sync with the deeper rhythms of the universe. a sign that something new is on the horizon, a sign that you're exactly where you need to be. Now, take a deep breath. Let the energy of this moment settle within you, and as you move forward, carry this awareness with you. The third week of February is not just another week, it is a portal, an opportunity, a gift. The question is, how will you use it? There comes a time when everything seems to slow down just enough for a reset to take place. It's as if the universe holds its breath, waiting for you to step into something new, offering you a rare and powerful moment of transformation. This isn't just a coincidence. It's a cosmic invitation, an opportunity to pause, reflect, and realign your energy with your highest path. If you truly pay attention, you'll start to sense this shift, a subtle but undeniable force urging you to step into a new version of yourself. This is the perfect moment to reassess where you are, where you're headed, and what you need to leave behind. Every now and then, life presents us with a chance to wipe the slate clean, to shed the burdens that have weighed us down, and to prepare for the next chapter with renewed clarity and purpose. The universe is always communicating with us, sending signals in whispers and nudges, gently guiding us toward the path we are meant to walk. But in the rush of daily life, we often miss these signs. We're too caught up in routines, distractions, and external noise to notice the subtle guidance unfolding around us. That's why this particular moment in time is so important. It offers a rare chance to tune into these unseen forces, to step out of autopilot, and to begin making conscious, intentional choices about your future. Throughout this journey, you will uncover hidden messages that have been waiting for your awareness. You'll learn how to recognize the quiet wisdom the universe is offering, and more importantly, how to use it to move forward with confidence, purpose, and clarity. When you become more attuned to the small shifts happening within and around you, you develop a deeper understanding of the unseen rhythms of life. You begin to notice when it's time to realign, when it's time to let go, and when it's time to step forward into something greater. This week, in particular, carries a profound cosmic significance. As we enter the third week of February, the waning moon phase begins, a period of quiet yet powerful transformation. Unlike the full moon's bright outward energy, the waning moon holds a more introspective and deeply cleansing force. This phase, which stretches from the full moon to the new moon, is a sacred window for release, reflection, and renewal. Why is this phase so crucial? Because the waning moon is nature's way of reminding us that growth is not just about expansion, it's also about letting go. Just as trees shed their leaves in autumn to prepare for new growth in spring, we too must release what no longer serves us to make space for new possibilities. This is the perfect time to identify what you need to leave behind, whether it's old fears, self-doubt, toxic relationships, limiting beliefs, or outdated versions of yourself. The energy of the phase supports deep inner work, encouraging you to clear emotional, mental, and even physical clutter. Think of it as a spiritual detox, a moment to cleanse your soul and reset your inner world. Releasing is not always easy. In fact, it can feel uncomfortable, even painful at times. But that's where transformation happens. Growth doesn't come from clinging to the past. It comes from surrendering to the flow of life, trusting that when you create space, the universe will fill it with something better. The waning moon invites you to step into this process with faith and intention, knowing that what you let go of now will pave the way for new blessings to enter. In February 2025, the waning moon will coincide with the last week of the month, aligning perfectly with the broader energetic shifts happening in your life. This is not a random occurrence. It's a divine synchronicity. It's as if the universe is gently asking, what are you ready to release? What have you been carrying that no longer serves you? Maybe it's a lingering fear that keeps you from taking action, a relationship that has reached its natural conclusion, or a belief system that has outlived its purpose. Whatever it is, this is your time to acknowledge it, honor its role in your journey, and lovingly let it go. Releasing is not about loss. It's about liberation. It's about stepping into the version of yourself that is unburdened, aligned, and open to new possibilities. The waning moon provides a sacred space for closure, forgiveness, and emotional clarity. If you've been feeling the weight of unresolved emotions, this is the time to process them, to find peace with your past, and to move forward with a lighter heart. As you embrace this powerful moment of release, know that you're making space for something greater. The universe is always conspiring in your favor, even in moments of uncertainty. Trust the process, trust the timing, and most of all, trust yourself, because when you clear away what no longer serves you, you open the door for the magic of new beginnings to unfold. The waning moon in February carries a profound invitation to step into a space of reflection, release, and renewal. It is a sacred time to cleanse your energy, to free yourself from the weight of old grudges, and to make peace with the past. The universe is offering you the opportunity to let go of outdated beliefs, lingering fears, and emotional baggage that no longer serves you. What is it that you're still holding on to? What thought patterns, habits, or relationships are keeping you tethered to a version of yourself that no longer aligns with who you are becoming? As the moon's light gradually fades, it mirrors the natural cycle of shedding and surrendering. This is not a time for resistance, but for acceptance, for acknowledging that endings are a necessary part of growth. When we release what is no longer in harmony with our journey, we create space for new possibilities, fresh perspectives, and exciting transformations. The waning moon reminds us that just as nature follows a rhythm, so must we. Holding on to what is past its season only weighs us down and prevents us from fully embracing what lies ahead. One of the most powerful ways to engage with this energy is through intentional release. Take a moment to sit in stillness and ask yourself, what are you ready to let go of? Perhaps it's a deeply ingrained fear that has kept you from pursuing your dreams, or maybe it's a relationship that has run its course. It could be a negative self-perception that has shaped your decisions, a limiting belief that has made you doubt your own potential, or unresolved emotions that you have been carrying for far too long. Whatever it is, now is the time to acknowledge it, to bring it into awareness, and to prepare to release it. A simple yet profound practice to facilitate this release is to write down everything you no longer wish to carry forward. Put into words the thoughts, emotions, and patterns that have held you back, and then choose a symbolic act to let them go. You might burn the paper, watching as the smoke rises and dissipates, carrying away the energy of what no longer serves you. Or you may choose to tear the paper into tiny pieces and scatter them into the wind or water, symbolizing the dissolution of these burdens. Even if you simply close your eyes and visualize yourself shedding these weights, trust that the act of conscious release sets powerful change into motion. As February moves into its final weeks, the energy of the waning moon subtly shifts, creating a space of quiet introspection. This period is not one of loud transformations or immediate breakthroughs, but rather a stillness that invites you to listen, observe, and realign. It's a cosmic pause, a checkpoint where the universe encourages you to evaluate the path you've been walking. Have your choices been aligned with your truth? Are your current circumstances a reflection of the life you truly want to live? If there is uncertainty, don't rush to force clarity. Instead, allow yourself to sit with these questions, trusting that insight will come in its own time. During this phase, you might notice an underlying tension, an unspoken restlessness stirring within you. It's as if something beneath the surface is shifting, preparing for what comes next. You may find that certain doubts, emotions, or unresolved situations begin to rise seeking your attention. Rather than brushing them aside, take this as a sign that they are asking to be acknowledged and released. The waning moon's energy supports deep emotional processing, allowing you to face what needs healing with courage and honesty. This is not a time for rushed action, but for careful consideration. If you find yourself questioning things that once felt certain, know that this is part of the process. Clarity doesn't always come in the form of immediate answers. It often emerges from sitting in the discomfort of not knowing. Trust that this moment of stillness is preparing you for what lies ahead. When the new moon arrives, bringing the energy of fresh starts and renewal, you will be ready to move forward with greater clarity and purpose. The universe is gently guiding you through this transition, reminding you that every ending carries the seed of a new beginning. By honoring the cycle of release, you're making room for something better, something more aligned with your highest path. So take a deep breath, surrender to the process, and trust that the space you are creating will soon be filled with new opportunities, unexpected blessings, and profound personal growth. The waning moon's message is clear. Let go, trust, and prepare for the magic that is on its way. The universe operates in patterns of creation, transformation, and renewal. So too do our lives follow these natural cycles. The third week of February holds this same vibrational essence, an invitation to embrace the subtleties of change, to lean into the whispers of your intuition, and to recognize the shifts that are quietly guiding you towards something greater. Perhaps you felt a growing restlessness, a sense that something in your life is shifting just beneath the surface. Maybe you've noticed repeated themes in conversations, dreams, or emotions that you can't quite explain. These are not coincidences, they are signals, gentle nudges from the universe reminding you to pause, reflect, and recalibrate. It's in these moments of awareness that true transformation begins, not in the loud, obvious changes, but in the delicate shifts of thought, perspective, and action that accumulate over time. The number 3's influence extends beyond the spiritual realm into the fabric of everyday life. Think about the structure of storytelling, beginning, middle, and end. Consider the way we process time, past, present, and future. Even in nature, we see patterns of 3, the life cycle of birth, life, and death. The 3 primary colors forming the foundation of all others, and the way trilogies in literature and film often resonate so deeply with us. This is because 3 represents completeness, movement, and evolution, a force that carries us from one phase to the next, ensuring that we do not remain stagnant, but continue growing, learning, and becoming. Now, as you stand at this threshold in February, take a moment to reflect. What themes have been emerging for you? What patterns are becoming clear? What small yet significant choices are presenting themselves? The universe is gently urging you to pay attention, to look beyond the surface and recognize the deeper meaning behind your experiences. This is not a time for rushing forward blindly, nor is it a time for resisting change. Instead, it is a moment of stillness, a space in which to listen, observe, and align yourself with the energy of transformation. You might find that certain relationships are shifting, that old ways of thinking no longer resonate, or that opportunities are arising in unexpected places. Pay attention to these signs. They're guiding you toward the next phase of your journey, helping you shed what no longer serves you and embrace what will support your highest evolution. Trust that these small shifts, though subtle, hold immense power. Just as a single drop of water can create ripples that extend outward, so too do the choices you make now set the stage for what unfolds in the coming weeks and months. As February progresses, allow yourself to be open to the magic of the moment. Let go of the need for immediate answers or certainty, and instead, lean into the process of discovery. This third week is a sacred pause, a bridge between what was and what will be. Embrace it fully, knowing that the universe is always conspiring in your favor, guiding you with every whisper, every sign, and every subtle shift. Profound changes happening within you. The universe is gently steering you toward alignment, inviting you to notice the patterns that have shaped your path and the choices that lie ahead. As you stand at this symbolic crossroads, remember that the triangle, one of the most stable geometric forms, mirrors the foundation you're building through your decisions. Each choice you make reinforces the structure of your future. Think back to past moments when you unknowingly set a transformation in motion. Maybe it was a small shift in mindset, a new opportunity, or even a challenge that forced you to adapt. These seemingly insignificant moments have a way of rippling outward, altering the course of your life in ways you may not have recognized at the time. This third week serves as an energetic gateway, a time when the past, present, and future converge. It's a space for deep introspection, where you can observe the patterns that have shaped your experiences and use them as a guide for what comes next. Are there recurring themes in your life that call for a different approach? Have certain decisions led to similar outcomes? By recognizing these threads, you can consciously shape a new narrative, one that aligns with your highest aspirations. The number 3, present in so many spiritual traditions and philosophies, represents a cycle of creation, destruction, and transformation. It reminds us that growth is not linear, but a continuous process of building, breaking, and rebuilding. This week encourages you to embrace this rhythm, to allow what no longer serves you to fall away so that something new can take its place. Adding to this potent energy, the last quarter moon on February 20th brings its own unique influence. Unlike the bold illumination of a full moon, the last quarter moon operates in a more introspective, almost whisper-like manner. It asks you to pause and take stock of your journey so far. What have you built this month? What progress have you made? What adjustments are needed before moving forward? This lunar phase is a cosmic checkpoint, urging you to evaluate your path with honesty and clarity. It's a time when intuition is heightened and subtle realizations surface, those quiet nudges that tell you something no longer fits or that a new path is calling. You might feel an urge to let go of a belief, habit, or attachment that has been holding you back. The energy of release is strong, encouraging you to make space for what is to come. Unlike the urgency of a new moon's beginnings or the intensity of a full moon's revelations, the last quarter moon operates like a gentle guide, helping you tie up loose ends and bring closure where needed. It asks you to pause and take stock of your journey so far. What have you built this month? What progress have you made? What adjustments are needed before moving forward? This lunar phase is a cosmic checkpoint, urging you to evaluate your path with honesty and clarity. It's a time when intuition is heightened and subtle realizations surface, those quiet nudges that tell you something no longer fits or that a new path is calling. You might feel an urge to let go of a belief, habit, or attachment that has been holding you back. The energy of release is strong, encouraging you to make space for what is to come. Unlike the urgency of a new moon's beginnings or the intensity of a full moon's revelations, the last quarter moon operates like a gentle guide, helping you tie up loose ends and bring closure where needed. It's about refinement, about making those small but crucial adjustments that will ensure smoother progress moving forward. This week, take the time to sit with your thoughts, journal your reflections, meditate on the shifts you feel, or simply observe the patterns playing out in your life. The universe is speaking to you in subtle ways, through synchronicities, recurring dreams, or even the emotions that arise unexpectedly. Pay attention, because these are the signposts leading you toward your next chapter. Now, I invite you to share your own experiences. Have you ever made a decision in the third week of a month that ended up being a turning point in your life? Was there a moment of insight or an intuitive nudge that led you down an unexpected but meaningful path? Transformation is often a collective process. When we share our journeys, we not only affirm our own growth, but inspire others to recognize their own. Let's connect, reflect, and honor the power of this sacred time together. Your story matters, and in speaking it aloud, you may just spark a new realization in someone else, actually gentle nudges from the universe, reminding you that you are deeply connected to the flow of energy around you. The last quarter moon serves as a cosmic checkpoint, encouraging you to pause and recalibrate. It's a time to shed old energies, break free from patterns that no longer serve you, and embrace a more aligned way forward. Think of this phase as a moment of quiet reflection before a new beginning. You are standing at the threshold of transformation with an opportunity to fine-tune your inner compass. The universe is urging you to look inward and ask yourself, what have I been holding on to that no longer serves me? What emotions, beliefs, or attachments are weighing me down? This is the perfect time to release the doubts, fears, or habits that have been keeping you stuck. The last quarter moon doesn't demand action. It simply asks for awareness. As you navigate this period, you may feel a pull towards solitude, contemplation, or introspection. Don't resist it. These moments of stillness are where the greatest insights emerge. It's in the quiet spaces of our minds that we truly hear what our intuition is trying to tell us. You may find yourself drawn to journaling, meditating, or simply taking long walks where your thoughts can unravel naturally. These small, mindful practices will help you connect with your inner guidance and allow clarity to surface. The energy of the last quarter moon also invites you to reassess the goals and intentions you set earlier in the lunar cycle. Are they still in alignment with your true desires? Have you been pursuing something out of obligation rather than passion? Sometimes we cling to certain paths out of habit, even when they no longer feel right. The universe is gently nudging you to recalibrate, ensuring that your next steps are intentional and soul-aligned. If you've been feeling unsure about a particular situation or relationship, trust that the answers will come when you stop forcing them. Let the insights unfold naturally. The universe has a way of revealing what we need to know when we are truly ready to see it. This is a time to let go of overthinking, surrender the need for immediate resolution, and allow things to unfold in divine timing. As you move through this phase, pay attention to the signs and synchronicities around you. A song that speaks to your current situation, a repeated number sequence, or an unexpected encounter could all be messages guiding you toward the right path. The more you trust these signs, the more attuned you become to the universe's wisdom. Embrace this time as a sacred pause, a chance to clear your mind, strengthen your intuition, and prepare yourself for the next chapter. The last quarter moon is not an ending, but a bridge between what was and what will be. The more you listen, trust, and align with this energy, the more empowered you will feel as you step into the new beginnings that await. The universe is speaking. Are you ready to listen? When you let go of the need for everything to be logical, you allow yourself to step into the realm of intuition, a space where knowledge exists beyond words, where understanding flows without explanation. This week invites you to trust the unspoken, to embrace the synchronicities and to acknowledge the power of your own awareness. Perhaps you'll find yourself drawn to a particular book, only to discover its message is exactly what you needed to hear. Maybe a conversation with a stranger leaves you with a sense of déjà vu, as if the universe orchestrated that moment just for you. Or you might wake up with a sudden insight about a decision you've been struggling with, as if clarity arrived in the stillness of your dreams. All of these experiences are reminders that life is not just a series of random events. There is an underlying rhythm, an invisible thread connecting each moment to the next. And this week, that thread seems more tangible than ever. The key to tapping into this heightened energy is presence. When you slow down and truly observe your surroundings, you start to notice patterns you may have previously missed. You recognize the way certain thoughts arise just before reality reflects them back to you. You begin to see how your inner world and the outer world are in a constant dance, mirroring each other in ways both profound and subtle. This is a time for deep listening, not just to others, but to yourself. Pay attention to your dreams, the words that resonate in your heart, the gut feelings that nudge you toward or away from something. If something feels off, honor that feeling. If a certain path seems to light up before you, trust that illumination. The universe communicates in whispers, in fleeting moments of recognition, in the gentle pull of intuition. When you become still enough to listen, you'll realize that guidance has been there all along, waiting for you to notice. So this week, let yourself be open to the mysteries that unfold. Don't dismiss the coincidences or the unexplainable moments. Instead, lean into them. Let them remind you that you're part of something vast, something intricate, something alive with meaning. And if you ever wonder whether your subconscious is truly picking up on something unseen, perhaps the real question is, has it ever stopped? Synchronicity is the universe's subtle yet profound way of communicating with us, guiding us through a series of signs, patterns, and coincidences that may at first seem random, but upon closer reflection, reveal deeper meaning. These moments of alignment remind us that we are part of something far greater than ourselves, a vast and intricate cosmic dance in which every step, no matter how small, carries significance. As the third week of February unfolds, this invisible guidance is more potent than ever, nudging us toward realizations that could reshape our perspectives. You may find yourself stumbling upon a message at just the right time, encountering a person who provides the missing piece to a puzzle you've been trying to solve, or feeling an unshakable sense of déjà vu that leads you toward a long overdue decision. These moments are not coincidences. They are signals from the universe, guiding you toward a deeper understanding of your path. This week also brings a celestial spectacle with Venus reaching her greatest brightness in the night sky, a rare and mesmerizing event that carries more than just astronomical significance. Venus, often called the morning star or the evening star, has long been associated with love, beauty, and harmony. Yet her brilliance in the sky is not just about aesthetics. It is an illumination of the aspects of our lives that we often prefer to leave in the shadows. Venus acts as a cosmic mirror, reflecting truths about our relationships, our sense of self-worth, and our financial stability. This moment is an invitation to look beyond the surface, to embrace the clarity she offers, and to acknowledge what we may have been avoiding. Think of the ways we tend to ignore certain truths in our lives. Perhaps you've been feeling uneasy in a relationship, but have brushed aside those nagging feelings, convincing yourself that everything is fine. Maybe you've sensed a shift in a friendship, but have chosen to overlook it rather than address the discomfort. Or it could be that you've been avoiding taking an honest look at your financial situation, reassuring yourself that things will improve on their own. When Venus shines her brightest, these veiled realities can no longer be ignored. Her energy compels us to confront them, not with fear, but with a willingness to understand, to grow, and to make choices that align with our highest good. Consider someone like Alex, who's been in a committed relationship for years. They love their partner and cherish the life they've built together. Yet there's been an underlying sense of dissatisfaction they've never fully explored. Small moments of distance, unresolved conversations, and subtle emotional shifts have accumulated over time. Perhaps they've noticed their partner withdrawing, or they've felt their own enthusiasm wane. Instead of addressing these feelings, Alex has chosen to suppress them, assuming that relationships naturally go through phases of closeness and distance. But as Venus reaches her peak brightness, this quiet discomfort becomes impossible to ignore. It may manifest as an unexpected conversation, a moment of deep self-reflection, or a sudden realization that what once felt temporary is actually a persistent truth. This is the kind of clarity Venus brings, an unfiltered view of what is, rather than what we wish it to be. Now, take a moment to reflect on your own life. Are there truths you've been avoiding? Have you been telling yourself a version of reality that feels safer than acknowledging what's actually unfolding? Venus invites you to step into the light of awareness, to recognize what has been hidden in the shadows, and to face it with courage and openness. This week is not just about revelations. It is about using these insights as a catalyst for transformation. Relationships, whether romantic, familial, or friendships, thrive on honesty. When we allow ourselves to see clearly, without denial, without excuses, we create space for deeper connections, for understanding, and for genuine love to flourish. Beyond relationships, Venus also encourages us to examine our self-worth. Have you been settling for less than you deserve, whether in love, career, or personal aspirations? Have you allowed self-doubt to dictate your choices? Venus, in her brilliance, reminds us that we are worthy of love, of abundance, and of fulfillment. But before we can receive these gifts, we must first acknowledge the beliefs and patterns that have kept us from fully embracing them. As this cosmic energy unfolds, let Venus serve as your guide. Pay attention to what she brings into focus. The truth she reveals may be difficult to face, but they also hold the key to your personal growth. This is a week to trust your intuition, to listen closely to the signs around you, and to welcome the clarity that emerges. When you do, you will find that what once felt like uncertainty is actually an invitation to step into a more authentic and aligned version of yourself. This is a profound period of transformation, a time for growth, healing, and moving forward with a deeper and more authentic understanding of your connections. The journey of self-discovery often requires us to pause and reassess the relationships and attachments that shape our lives. Have you found yourself avoiding uncomfortable truths? Have you been ignoring the quiet whispers of your intuition, telling you that something no longer fits? These questions, though difficult, are essential as you move toward greater clarity and fulfillment. With the radiant energy of Venus shining brightly on February 16th, the universe offers a rare opportunity to engage in deep reflection. Venus is more than just the planet of love. She is also the revealer of truth, illuminating the hidden corners of our hearts and exposing what we may have kept buried. Love, after all, is not just about romance, it is also about honesty, both with ourselves and with others. This cosmic influence urges you to confront the illusions you may have built around your relationships and expectations. It is a time to ask yourself, are you truly satisfied with the dynamics in your life? Are you being honest about your needs, desires, and boundaries? As the third week of February unfolds, an energetic shift takes place, bringing a delicate yet powerful balance between endings and new beginnings. This is not merely a passing phase, it is a pivotal moment of transition. Old patterns, habits, and even relationships may naturally begin to dissolve, making space for something new. But transformation is rarely dramatic or immediate. It often comes in whispers, in gentle nudges from the universe, urging us to release what no longer serves us. And sometimes we resist. We cling to what is familiar, even when we sense that it has already run its course. But growth requires trust. Trust in the process, trust in the unknown, and trust in ourselves. During this time, the universe is subtly orchestrating events, guiding you toward what is truly aligned with your journey. It's easy to focus on what is leaving, to dwell on what seems to be slipping through your fingers. But what if, instead of loss, you saw these changes as realignments? What if what is departing is simply clearing space for something far greater? Every exit, whether it is a fading friendship, a changing career path, or a shifting perspective, creates room for a new arrival. This cycle is not random. It is deeply intentional, ensuring that we continue to evolve toward the life that is meant for us. I can recall experiencing this shift firsthand during the third week of February a few years ago. A project I had poured my heart into for years unexpectedly came to an end. At first, the loss felt devastating. I questioned my path, my efforts, and even my sense of purpose. But as the weeks unfolded, I began to realize that this ending was, in fact, a gift. The project had served its purpose, but it was no longer in alignment with who I was becoming. Letting go of it created the space for a new opportunity, one that I hadn't even imagined, but that turned out to be far more fulfilling and aligned with my aspirations. This is the nature of transformation. It often arrives disguised as loss, but in reality it is an invitation, an opening to something greater. When relationships shift, when circumstances change, or when we find ourselves feeling disconnected from old versions of ourselves, it is not a sign of failure. It is a sign of growth. The universe is not taking something away from you. It is guiding you toward what is meant for you. Have you noticed certain people drifting away? Have you felt drawn to new ideas or unfamiliar paths? These are not coincidences. They are markers of change, signs that you're being gently redirected towards something more aligned with your true self. It is natural to feel uncertainty in the face of change. We often fear the unknown, preferring the comfort of what is familiar, even if it no longer serves us. But what if you embraced the uncertainty? What if, instead of fearing the unknown, you welcomed it as the gateway to something better? Take a moment to reflect. What are you holding on to that may be holding you back? Is there a relationship, a belief, or a habit that no longer supports your highest good? And more importantly, what possibilities might be waiting for you once you release them? The universe has a way of filling empty spaces with something even more beautiful. But first, you must be willing to let go. This is not just a period of endings. It is a season of renewal. By surrendering what no longer aligns with your journey, you open yourself up to fresh opportunities, deeper connections, and a more authentic path forward. Trust that what is meant for you will find you. Trust that the universe is always working in your favor, even when the road ahead is unclear. And most of all, trust yourself. You are exactly where you need to be, and the best is yet to come. Here's a number that has been following you around for weeks. If so, take a moment to reflect on what's happening in your life right now. What thoughts were on your mind the last time you noticed it? What emotions surfaced when you saw it? Often these repeating numbers appear when we need a little reassurance, clarity, or a push in the right direction. The universe speaks in subtle ways, and synchronicities like these are one of its most profound methods of communication. Think of it as a cosmic whisper, gently guiding you toward your highest potential. It's easy to dismiss them as mere coincidences, but the more you pay attention, the more you realize that these signs are far from random. They are aligned with your personal journey, arriving at the exact moment you need them. If you've been feeling uncertain, seeing a number pattern repeatedly is the universe's way of telling you that you're not alone. It's a reminder that you're being divinely guided, even if you can't see the full picture yet. Sometimes, these numbers appear to encourage you to make a change, to remind you that you're on the right path, or to simply tell you to trust the process. The key is to remain open and receptive to these messages. Let's take 212, for example. This number carries the energy of balance and decision-making. If it keeps showing up, it's likely that you are at a pivotal moment in your life where you need to make an important choice. The universe is nudging you to trust yourself, to move forward instead of staying stuck in fear or hesitation. It's a reminder that you have the power to shape your own reality through your decisions. On the other hand, 333 is a number of divine alignment. Seeing this number repeatedly means that you are in tune with the universe and that your thoughts and actions are being supported by a higher power. It's a sign of encouragement, telling you to keep going, to trust in your abilities, and to know that you're exactly where you need to be. It may also indicate that you're being watched over by spiritual guides or guardian angels who are ready to assist you whenever you ask. Then there's 606, a number that urges you to seek harmony in your life. If this number keeps appearing, it's a sign that you need to reassess your priorities. Are you giving too much of yourself to work while neglecting your personal relationships? Are you focusing too much on external success and forgetting to nourish your inner well-being? 606 is a call to realign, to restore balance, and to ensure that every aspect of your life is receiving the care and attention it deserves. It's important to remember that these numbers don't just appear randomly. They are responding to the energy you put out into the universe. The more aware you become of these synchronicities, the more frequently they will appear. It's as if the universe is confirming your intuition, reinforcing your inner knowing, and guiding you toward your soul's purpose. So the next time you see a repeating number, don't just brush it off. Take a deep breath, quiet your mind, and tune into your inner wisdom. Ask yourself what the number could mean in relation to your current experiences. Is it encouraging you to move forward, to pause and reflect, to shift your perspective? The answers are already within you. The numbers are simply a tool to help you access them. And if you're wondering how to strengthen your connection to these messages, start by being more present in your daily life. Pay attention to the little things, your thoughts, your surroundings, the emotions you're experiencing when you notice a number. The more you acknowledge and honor these signs, the more clearly they will begin to guide you. Change can be uncomfortable, but it is always leading you somewhere greater. The third week of February is a time of deep transformation, a period where the universe is working behind the scenes to realign you with your highest path. If things feel uncertain, or if something seems to be shifting in your life, trust that it's all happening for a reason. What may feel like an ending is actually a beginning. What seems like a loss is simply making space for something better. Embrace the unknown. Open your heart to new possibilities. And most importantly, trust that the universe is always guiding you, even in the moments when you feel lost. The answers you seek are all around you. Sometimes they're hidden in plain sight, waiting for you to notice them. The third week of February carries a subtle yet powerful energy, one that many people have reported feeling without quite being able to put their finger on it. Have you noticed certain signs or synchronicities appearing more frequently during this time? Perhaps a specific number sequence, an unexpected encounter, or a repeated symbol keeps catching your attention. These moments are not random. They are the universe's way of communicating with you, nudging you toward a realization or a decision. Pay attention to these occurrences. What's happening in your life when you notice them? What emotions do they stir within you? Could they be pointing you towards something you need to acknowledge, release, or embrace? This week is not about abrupt dramatic changes. Rather, it's a period of deep reflection and quiet, yet profound transformation. The universe rarely shouts its messages. More often it speaks in whispers, through gentle nudges and small shifts that, when noticed, can lead to great clarity. If you've been feeling a sense of unease or restlessness without an obvious cause, it could be a sign that the cosmic currents around you are shifting. This is the universe's way of clearing space, subtly dissolving what no longer serves you to make room for what's next. Sometimes, these shifts manifest as an inexplicable need to declutter, a sudden urge to reach out to someone from the past, or a strong intuition that it's time to move forward in some area of your life. Take a moment to turn inward. Is there something you've been avoiding? A conversation, a decision, or even a truth about yourself? Have you been hesitating to take the next step, held back by fear or uncertainty? This week is encouraging you to confront these things with honesty and courage. The energy surrounding you is aligning in such a way that if you choose to act, you'll find unexpected support and guidance. It might feel uncomfortable at first, but know that this discomfort is simply a sign of growth. The universe never removes something from your life without preparing you for something greater. If there's something that has been lingering in the background, whether it's an unresolved situation, a creative idea you've been neglecting, or a part of your life where you felt stagnant, now is the time to address it. By acknowledging and acting on these inner urges, you initiate a powerful shift in your own energy. You signal to the universe that you are ready to receive new opportunities and experiences. Transformation doesn't always come in the form of a sudden breakthrough. Sometimes, it begins with the small but conscious decision to step forward, even if you don't yet see the full path ahead. I invite you to reflect on the synchronicities you've been noticing and share your experiences. Have there been any coincidences, intuitive nudges, or moments of unexpected clarity that have stood out to you? Your story might resonate with someone else who is going through something similar, and together we can begin to decode these messages and understand how this energy is shaping our paths. Above all, remember that you are not a passive observer in this process. You have the power to harness this energy and use it to create meaningful change. The third week of February could very well be the turning point you've been waiting for, the moment where things begin to align in ways you never expected. Don't let this energy pass by unnoticed. Embrace it, take action, and watch as the universe responds in kind. Thank you for being here, for taking this time to reflect, and for being open to the signs around you. If you found this message helpful, consider sharing it with others who might benefit from these insights. Stay tuned for more explorations of these themes. And in the meantime, remain open to the whispers of the universe. It is always speaking, always guiding, and always working in your favor.